Good morning, Jukebox. Would you focus on? Rose. Feed the horses. Back again. 3 more pots. We're gonna get right into it here. I gotta do some stuff today. I gotta run some errands. I'm actually gonna be getting a heat gun. Oh, and I have like a little like microphone stand that I got. So I'm gonna have that on the wheel with the heat gun. So then, prepping for this next, chapter of the streaming and all the YouTube stuff, I'm probably going to be working with different size things. I want to play with scale a little bit, but if I play with scale, it would mean that I have to wait a long time. If I make a big pot, I'm going to have to wait like, I don't know, a couple of hours before it's ready for me to continue to work on if I do sectional pieces on certain areas, right? And so this time I thought I'd get a mic stand and get a heat gun, and then I'd kind of position it so then I could, have it there and have it dry quicker, and I could do something over here in the meantime, right? So just doing some prep work, but again, let's get into it, guys. Green off. A little bit careful, you can start seeing it's getting a little bit too thin on the bottom edge there. But just finishing off that final pull, I always think like, I want to get it thin enough to where it starts to wobble a little bit, right? Like, you can always make your stuff super, super clean, but to maximize that height, right when you have it clean, try to squeeze one more pull out of it, right? A bit nicer. So I'm just gonna, you see how I'm kind of just holding it there and let the wheel kind of tug it itself in place. There we go. Camera A. There we go, guys. Open this up a little bit. I'm gonna use my fingers to cut through the clay. And I found that when I cut through the clay, it ends up becoming a lot more even than if I try to pull the clay out, right? And I would assume it's just because I'm not working with that clay. I should be maybe spending a little bit more time with coning up and down, and maybe not as drastic, because I think I'm torquing that clay. I'm compressing it maybe in some weird areas, so when I open up the clay, it's not wanting to move easily. So cutting it is really helpful for me. You see how it wants to get faster as I'm going up? I'm not even pushing the pedal down more. Kind of interesting. That's a little irritating, to be honest. But we're going to be right here on this bottom edge. I want to just make sure I guide these bottom parts in. And so if we just stretch that middle part, we're already prepping it for a nice little twist up here. Camera A. Oh, come on. Wedging table. Oh no, somebody fell, it sounds like. You see how I'm sort of tilting it forward a little bit here, right? Wheel. My right hand, sort of catching that wobble, and bring that down. That's how normally you'll see people bring that down. I usually do it a little bit differently, but I went a little bit too tall, so I thought I should be nice to the clay this time. Camera B. Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Llama. And let's see what we are going to make today. Llama's gonna grab right on that rim. Slowly bring it over here. I feel like the water bowl has a precariously small bottom stand. Yeah, well that's when I was doing a lot of throwing. I was making a bunch of bowls where I wouldn't trim and I'd throw the bottom. So I'd take the leftover clay that you normally trim off and I'd throw like little mini stands. They're like platform bowls. Take your bump, say hello to the bump. Ooh, hello there, bump. How you doing? We're looking at him, we're slowly walking him up. You can take this as slow or as fast as you want. How do I say that? The slower though, you can kind of start feeling what the clay is telling you. Tell me, hey man, I'm getting a little thin here. All right, I'll hold off a little bit. I'm still keeping the bump, is that okay? He says that's okay. All right, we're getting to the top. You still chilling? I'm getting a little bit thin. It's gonna get thicker right on that rim, right? Yep, there it is. Okay. And slowly dish out that top rim. Thin that out a little bit, and there you go. Of the tree. So just slowly walk this up. I have one that's a little bit larger, so that's gonna be a little bit of a problem, but not too much, right? But you can see how I'm slowly walking this up here. Nice, okay. And fold that up and twist that down. Oh no. Kind of weird. I don't know if I like this one, to be honest. But I will kind of show you the inside and I'll have to make another one here. But camera B? Camera B? Come on. You kind of see how this top thing sunk in there a little bit, but yeah, we're not going to keep this one though. It's okay, kind of a cool thing to test out though, right? But you can see how much, like I was saying earlier, how much that form usually, what's it called? The form actually holds itself up. And so, it's almost like it's dancing a little bit. All right, camera A. There we go, guys. We're gonna do a little bit of a dance right on this bottom edge here. Let's get into the pots. This one right here, this is one that we just finished. It was actually messed up once before this. We were making kind of like a pot tree. So that was kind of the collapse between two of them, and then it kind of didn't work out, but we learned some things, and hopefully we can bring that back maybe in a different stream, and we kind of cut it while it's a little bit drier. So I think that would be kind of interesting. I think when I get the heat gun, it'll make that form kind of nice. But anyway, back to this one. I think I did a little, maybe we'll call it a dumpling braid double twist on the top there. I like the dumpling braid, you know? And so it's just a twist up, and then as it's wide on the top, you do another little, you know, as if you're making the twist for the tree on that top, and so it collapsed out there. I kind of like how it looks. It kind of brings that back in, but also adds some more visual interest there. Double tandrel right on the top, so one's here and one's there, lower on the other side. I think it's kind of interesting also having that one break that tangent right along that rim with having that little, you know, tandrel on the top there. This one I actually think is probably my favorite one of the day. You know, it might seem kind of basic, but for me, I think that there's something really nice about how, you know, segmented this one looks, right? The base has its moment, you know, the whole entire little lead up to the twist, that's a moment, right? Then the actual twist itself, and then the releasing of that twist, and then the top, right? And so it feels very even, it feels equal, it feels balanced, right? All things should be balanced in the world, right? Whatever that guy said. But I do like that one quite a bit. There's a cool balance with that. There's also, I think when it gets tense and loose, that's another visual contrast thing that I like, right? Maybe not the visual contrast with shape, but a visual contrast where tension is applied and unapplied, right? Or loosened, there you go, right? This one on the top, I think it's kind of nice. It has a little bit of a, like a little floop in first, and so it's starting to collapse inwards, but then that, you know, the twist is actually supporting the rest of that top tree there. And so I kind of like these ones, but it's not very like in my face about it. And so that's why I think that this one's a little bit more subverted and a little bit more calm. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best and strong mentality.